Hello everyone, myself Mrs. V. Sangeeta, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science in Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss about decision making statements in Python. So before that we have to know what is decision making statements. A decision making statements in Python allows a program to execute different blocks of code based on the specific conditions. These statements help to control the flow of execution, enabling dynamic and logical decision making. We have four types of decision making statements. First one is if statement, next one is if-else statement, third one is elif statement, the last one is nested if statements. Let us see one by one. First, if statement. The if statement is used to test a specific condition. If the condition is true, a block of code which is present in if block is executed. The condition of if statement can be any valid expression which can be either evaluated true or false. This is the flow diagram of if statement. Initially, we are checking the condition. If the condition is true, it executes the body of if, otherwise it goes to the statement just below if statement. Let us see with an example. So, this is example program 1. Here we are getting a value from the user and stored in the variable age. So, age equal to int input of enter the number. Here we are getting the integer value from the user. So, here we are checking if age greater than or equal to 18, the given number is greater than 18, it prints you are eligible to vote. So, this is first example program for if statement, and this is second example program. Here we are going to find out the largest of 3 numbers. So, for 3 numbers I am getting A, B, C values from the users. In first if we are checking A greater than B and A greater than C. If this is true, it executes A is largest. If suppose this condition is false, again it moves on next if. Here we are checking B greater than A and B greater than C. Suppose if this condition is true, it executes B is largest. If not, it executes the next if. Here we are checking C greater than A and C greater than B. If this condition is true, it executes C is the largest number. Next one is if-else statement. The if-else statement is similar to if statement except the fact that it provides the block of code for the false case of the condition to be checked. Initially we have executed if statement, so it executes only the true part of the block. Here we are executing the false itself. If condition provides in the if statement is false, then the else statement will be executed. So, this is the flow diagram for if-else statement. Initially, we are checking the condition here. If my condition is true, it executes the statement which is present in the if block. If my condition is false, it executes the statement which is present in the else block. This is the example program for if-else statement. Here also we are getting the value of A, age, int input of enter your age. If age is greater than or equal to, it executes you are eligible to vote. Previously we have discussed in if statement, it executes only if. Here we have included else also, which means it executes the false statement like you have to wait. This is the second program. Here we are getting the num value from the user. If num mod 2, which means we are checking whether the given number is even or odd. So, num mod 2 equal 0, it executes the given number is even, otherwise it given number is odd. If the condition is true, it executes this print statement, otherwise it prints this statement. Next one is the elif statement. The elif statement enables us to check multiple conditions and execute the specific block of statements depending upon the true condition among them. We can have any number of elif statements in our program, depends upon our need. However, using elif is optional, and in Python elif statement works like if, elif, else if in C. It must be succeeded by an if statement. So, this is the flow diagram of elif statement. Initially we are checking the condition. If the condition is true, it executes statement 1, otherwise it moves to next condition. Similarly, here also we are checking the condition. If it is true, it executes statement 2, otherwise it moves to condition. If suppose it is true, it executes statement 3. So, this is the flow diagram of if elif statement. This is the example program 1. Here we are getting the number value. We are checking the given number is equal to 10 or equal to 50 or equal to 100. So, here we are using if. Initially we have to use if. So, if number equal to 10, it prints equals to 10, otherwise it moves for next condition. So, here we have mentioned elif. So, elif number equal to 50, if my condition is true, it executes it is equal to 50. If not, again it moves for next condition. It checks number equal to 100. If my condition is true, it executes the number is equal to 100. If these all the conditions are false, it executes the else statement. The given number is not equal to 10, 50 or 100. So, this is the next program. Here we are getting the marks value. I am going to check my marks is based on the marks the grades will be given. So, here my marks between 85 to 100, it gives A. So, I am getting marks. So, based on the marks, my if condition checks whether the given number is between 85 or 100. If my condition is true, it executes you scored grade A. Otherwise, it moves for next condition. Here we are checking the given number is between 60 to 85. If my condition is true, it executes you scored grade B plus. Otherwise, it moves for next condition. Here we are checking the marks between 40 to 60. If my condition is satisfied, it prints you scored grade B. So, similarly for 30 and 40, if all condition fails, it prints else statement, sorry you are failed. So, this is nested if statement. A nested if statement is an if statement placed inside another if statement. It is used when multiple conditions need to be checked sequentially. The inner if block executes only if the outer if condition is true. Let us see the workflow diagram. So, this is my main outer if condition. If this condition is true, it moves for inner if condition, and if false, it goes for another inner if condition. So, here if my condition is true, it moves for inner if. Again here we have one more condition. This condition is true, it executes statement A, otherwise it executes statement B. Similarly, this inner if condition is true, it executes statement C, otherwise it executes statement D. So, this is the flow diagram of nested if statement. So, this is the example program for nested if. Here I am getting the value for num. So, num equal to int input of enter the number. Here I am going to check whether the given number is positive or not. So, in outer if statement I have checked the number greater than 0. If my condition is true, it executes the number is positive. So, I have completed my outer if statement. Here I am giving inner if. Here I am checking the given number is even or not. So, if num mod 2 equal to 0, if my condition is true, it executes it also an even number. So, here I have mentioned two if, one is outer if and one is inner if. Thank you for listening my video.